So today we're going to be explaining girl math and what it really is for those who don't know. Starting off strong, returning an item means I'm making money. So if I buy a shirt for
there is a financial trend going around, and it doesn't seem to be a good one. We're watching a little bit of it there from TikTok. Believe it or not, it's called girl math, and it's a trend that justifies purchases in, well, an interesting manner. And here to talk us through it, the repercussions and the solutions, is certified financial planner and financial educator Martha Adams.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for having me.
Great seeing you, Martha.
Yeah.
Martha, I don't know much about this, but some of what I'm reading here is a little concerning.
Yeah, and the fact that they call it girl math.
Yeah, well, that's the first thing. So what do people need to, before we really do a deep dive, what is it?
So it's a depreciating view of girls and women around math and money management, specifically as it pertains to shopping. So there's a set of rules or justifications when it comes to going shopping. So here are a few of the examples of it. Rule number one is that if you're using cash, it's viewed as a free purchase. If you went and did a return, it's viewed as, you've made money. If you go shopping one day, don't buy anything, then the next day your budget is doubled. Here's where it gets really concerning when it comes to price points, because if something's $199, it's justified as being 100. So you can see how this can really start to add up and create some, major financial concerns.
For sure.
Yeah.
And there's something sort of humorous about this whole thing, but it actually can be incredibly detrimental. So what are some of the ramifications of girl math?
You're right, it can be incredibly detrimental, especially when it comes to our emotional associations. Those are really powerful around money. And, when you internalize an idea, you can do that by repeating something to yourself long enough and you end up believing it. So here, if you continue to repeat the idea with your actions that, you're not good with money or you're a spender, we end up internalizing that idea, and with justifications, that has a lot of negative emotional associations that lead to financial avoidance. And then all of that leads to real financial results. So it really can have our debt really pile up high and fast, and it's often credit card debt. So we can see what negative emotional associations can do with our money. So imagine then what positive emotional associations can do for it instead.
Sorry, one more thing, Martha, before we move on.
Yeah.
The paying with cash equals item is free. Is that because there's no interest on the card? Like,
No.
what am I missing?
So what they're saying is that if you have taken money that's cash and paid with that cash, you haven't taken anything from your account, you haven't changed your account balance.
If it's cash on hand that you're
cash
just using.
on hand
Got
that
it.
you're paying.
Got it.
And
Okay.
so that's how they justify that with this
We're
trend.
all learning here. Sorry, we're all learning.
And let's unlearn and then relearn as well, hey?
So how can we help change this trend? This is fascinating. What would you suggest?
Because it's really taking off on TikTok.
Yeah.
It's gone viral, basically. Yeah.
It has, and it's because, in a lot of ways, we are looking to that as being our financial resource. So step number one is look to qualified professionals for financial advice. Just like here on BT, right, where you have a not just a qualified but trusted source. And then when it comes to allocating funds for purchases, I love to talk about enjoying money. So this is where now you're setting funds aside every month towards your enjoy category, towards those purchases. And this is using, my concept of earn, grow, enjoy. So now you're planning for purchases in advance instead of looking to justify purchases after the fact. Earn, grow, enjoy means that now you're earning your money and then you're paying for your expenses and you are growing it by investing for yourself. And then in the end, you have the money that you're going to enjoy. Pro tip there, set those funds in a separate account, because now, we're dealing with rule number one, which is the cash rule.
Yeah.
So now you're not dealing with cash, you're dealing with that separate account.
Sure.
So all these things are going to help shift girl math to something from being depreciating to something that is truly empowering.
Yeah, That should be the definition of girl
Yes,
math. What you
right.
just said should be
Earn,
the
grow,
definition.
enjoy.
It's a more
Earn, grow,
productive
enjoy.
definition.
Yes.
I think we can all agree on
Let's
that.
change it.
So that is the math on girl math. Martha, where can we find you online? You're great.
Thank you so much, Martha Adams Media.
It's great. Appreciate it. Good to see you. Thank
Great
you very
to
much.
see you.